What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Three-Sided Box Prediction Center here on the Three-Sided Box channel. It is week 2 of NFL Sunday games and Thursday and Monday and Sunday night prime time. I don't know, I'm going off the rails with this thing. Just ate, I'm full, and
you need a nap.
No, I need a burp and other stuff. I'm just bloated right now. Johnny is not with us again. Neither is Eric. So screw both of them. We're just gonna do it on our own.
Scheduling issues, right?
Scheduling issues, as always. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. I'm the host. This is my show, my channel, and that's that. Anyways, let's just get started. Week 2, Thursday Night Football. The Houston Texans head to Cincinnati to play the
Bengals.
Destroyed Bengals. That's what I needed. Who do you have?
I don't know. The Bengals are a team that really did nothing to address the loss of their left tackle Whitworth and one of the best guards. Zeitler went to their rival, the Browns. They did nothing to address that. They always say they had their weapons. Their weapons got better, but if you don't have an O-line, who are you gonna throw to? Who are you gonna run it to? So like, even though you need to deal with your up front trenches before you deal with everything else on the outside in your skill positions. The Texans also have a really big problem. Got sacked a bunch of times against the Jags, so have a really good defense, but man, I did not expect them to play that bad. But I'm going to go with the Texans. I think that for some reason in prime time, Bengals don't show up, and whenever they play the Texans, they especially don't show up. They usually lose somehow, some way. And I think the Texans are a better team. They're going to come back stronger after that embarrassment, especially after that emotional return to Houston. So, Texans for me.
After a way too long analysis of the game,
sorry,
I'm also going to pick the Texans. Just because they're better than the Bengals. The Bengals are... man, I don't know. Marvin Lewis needs to go, and Andy Dalton, man, you guys might want to start thinking about another quarterback, because I don't know, dude. I don't know. But Texans for me, and Johnny's got the Texans as well. So we're all hoping for a victory for that city because they deserve it. So let's move on to Sunday's matchups.
All right. So for our first Sunday matchup, we got a AFC North, divisional matchup. We got the Baltimore Ravens playing against Cleveland Browns, who were surprisingly did pretty well last week against the Steelers, in my opinion. Anyways, we'll kick it off with you.
Baltimore. They're playing the Browns, and Baltimore's defense played lights out against the Bengals. Jeremy Maclin, my boy, you know what's up. And I like the Ravens. I have nothing against them. They're a solid team with a nice jerseys. So and the Browns are the Browns. So regardless of how well they play, they're still the Cleveland Browns. Ravens for me.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens too. That defense could be at the end of the season #1 defense in the league. They're really good. But Browns will be not surprising people, as in like they're gonna win like against like the Patriots or like teams like that. But they're gonna compete, and they're gonna have really good games up until the fourth quarter. So I'm hoping the best for them. But this week, Ravens.
Johnny's picking the Browns, everybody. Bold predictions. Probably didn't see the Ravens game.
No.
Probably has no clue. But yeah, that's his pick. So, next game. Before we get to our next matchup, I just want to quick address fast because we're so early in the video somewhat. If you want to see your specific team matchup, in the description below, I have all the times, all the matchups, so you can just click there to see whichever matchup you want to do. If you actually give a shit about what we actually have to say, which I don't recommend you actually listen to us. We're just a bunch of idiots who like football.
Not me.
Next matchup, the Bears versus the Bucks. The Bucks' first game of the season after their weird bye week due to the hurricane in Florida. Pretty solid way to open up the season. Mind you, the Bears put up a pretty decent performance last week against the Falcons. So go ahead.
Listen, Bucks have, I mean, it's unfortunate what happened, but they did have an extra week to prepare for this game. They're well rested. They have no injuries. Bucks, in my opinion, they're eager to get out there, and the Bears are. Well, they did have a good showing. They just don't have enough to win.
Johnny has the Bucks. He's got the Bucks winning this one. Just a little side note. Mike Glennon is returned to Tampa Bay in this matchup. That could mean something, and the Bears did put up a pretty decent fight, and Chicago is the greatest city on planet Earth, so there's always that. But I'm gonna pick the Bucks as well. They're kind of playing their heart on their sleeve as well. Maybe not as much as Houston, but there was damage done to the city, and I'm sure a lot of people were affected, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something special that the team's gonna do for the fans. So I think that might be even more reason for them to win. So Bucks for all of us. Next game.
All right, next up we got the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Minnesota Vikings, the mean Purple Eaters. Who you got?
Well, Sam Bradford had the greatest game of his career last week. Apparently
against the Saints, though.
Against the Saints, but still.
The Aints.
I have nothing against Sam Bradford. He played solid for us. He didn't necessarily want to be in Philly. He didn't necessarily want to be out of Philly. Kind of a weird situation. But the Steelers are the Steelers. Although the Browns put up a decent fight against them, I think they underestimated the Browns more than anything. And I think they're not going to underestimate the Vikings considering all the weapons they have. And they're going to go after Sammy Sleeves. And we all know how injury prone he is. He could break his ankle putting on his fucking helmet. So I'm going to pick the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think it's a good matchup. Good defense versus really good offense. We got some of the best players on either sides of the ball going at it. But in the end, I just think the Steelers have a little bit too much for the Vikings to handle. And I think it's just gonna be the Steelers winning like a 24 to 20 matchup, I guess.
Johnny has Steelers as well. Who knows why? But the Vikings, they got a legit shot at winning this game. I'll give them that. Dalvin Cook looked pretty good. Their wide receiver, what's his face?
Diggs.
Is that number 14?
Yep.
I thought it was Grant.
No. It's Diggs.
Okay, I'm
Diggs.
a little... Anyways, alright, so there you go. We all got the Steelers. Next game. Next up, we got the defending Super Bowl champions heading to New Orleans. Play the New Orleans Saints. My favorite colors, gold and black. Going against the red, white, and blue America. Who do you have winning?
That's pretty easy call. Patriots. I'm pretty sure they're super pissed off after losing last week the way they did.
We're on to New Orleans.
New Orleans. They're the most well-prepared team in the league, and they have 10 days to prepare for this match. So I think it's really going to be a blowout. Patriots, easy.
Well, me and Johnny are both going to pick the Pats. But I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I think the Patriots are definitely going to run up the score, but the Patriots' defense looked really vulnerable last week against the Chiefs. Mind you, the Chiefs have a much better offense than the Saints, but I think Drew Brees is gonna put up some numbers, and it's still gonna be quite a big difference in score, but I don't think it's gonna be necessarily a blowout. Like let's say a 30 to 16 game or something like that. It's still a significant score, but it's not like they got killed. So yeah, Pats for all three of us. Next game. Next up, we have my Philadelphia Eagles heading into Andy Reid country and playing the Kansas City Chiefs, your division rivals. I cannot pick. It is our rule. So go ahead. Who do you got?
Look, Kansas City was really impressive last Thursday against the Pats. Really good team. Kareem Hunt looks like the real deal. Our running back looks like Spencer Ware will not be missed that much. But the Eagles have a really good front seven. So I think it's a good matchup. It's going to be a battle in the trenches. But I'm going to, unfortunately, despite all my, what my heart tells me to pick, I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one. I just think that top to bottom, I think they have a little bit of a better team. I think they're going to be able to not burst out crazy runs, but they're going to run effectively and use that play action to expose some of your corners. I think it's going to be a close one, though. It should be one of the better games of the week, in my opinion. And it's Andy Reid's... is this his second return to Philly?
We're not in Philly. We're in Kansas
City.
City.
Oh, sorry. Is this the...
second game against them? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City regardless. And Johnny's got the Chiefs. So, looks like we're all on the Chiefs for me, reluctantly, but, you know, when it comes to picking, I usually pick one.
Let me just pick a quick... let me just say a few quick words. It's a battle of the 11s at quarterback.
Yeah,
Smith versus Wentz.
Because that matters, right?
It's the battle of Andy Reid versus Andy Reid's protege. Andy Reid used to work in Philly. Doug Peterson used to work in Kansas City. They've always used to work together in both cities. Now they're both head coaches against each other. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Obviously, I'm hoping for an Eagles victory, but I love Andy Reid. And, you know, he... I don't know who knows each other better. Does Doug Peterson know Andy Reid's plays better, or does Andy Reid know Doug Peterson's plays better? You understand? Like that, or did... Because Andy Reid, how much could he have changed in the last 2 years, whereas Doug Peterson, who knows how his playbook really evolved when he became a head coach. So
if I could add a little bit to this, I think it's going to be a battle of... Because that's the way Kansas City plays defense, that they allow a lot of yards, but when it comes to the red zone, they limit you to field goals. So to me, it's going to come down to Carson Wentz and their offense capitalizing and getting those touchdowns in the red zone. So maybe Alshon Jeffrey will be the key to your victory.
We'll see. Next game.
Alright, so next up we got an AFC South matchup. We got the Tennessee Titans heading into Duval to play the Jacksonville Jaguars, or as they like to call them, the Saxonville Jaguars nowadays. Anyways, pretty lame. I did not make that up, but go ahead.
Okay, putting me to sleep with your lame jokes.
No, I didn't make that up.
The Jaguars surprisingly have a winning record for the first time in like 6 years. 0-1 is their best record in the last 6 years. Maybe even more beyond that. Sorry, 1-0. I'm so used to them losing their first game. It's natural to me. Anyways, the Titans are clearly the favorites in this one. I'm picking them to take the W. Jesus Christ, this food's really fucking me up. Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one. I really don't trust Blake Bortles at all, and I don't think the Jags could necessarily recreate what they did last week. I do think that they do have a really good defense, though. But I just think the Titans are going to be able to run on them. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans on this one.
Johnny's got the Titans as well. So, yeah, Jaguars, at least in my mind, still suck. So, they're just one of those franchises. Next game.
Alright, so next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Bruce Arians coming back to Indianapolis to play the really dismal Colts without Andrew Luck. Yeah, gotta feel for Johnny a little bit on that one. Go ahead.
Cards. Colts suck. I think I'm done with them even when Andrew Luck comes back, because they need to get Harbaugh in there. Luck's old coach in college at Stanford. Former Cardinal. The tree. They need to get Jimbo in there and fix that, because Chuck Pagano, man, he's a great guy and he went through a lot of shit, but dude, man, I don't know, man, you can't coach that team.
It's personnel. It's really, to me, it's personnel. Their team just it's just
lack of
sucks.
signing, not good draft picks. Jim Irsay is not the greatest owner. Some would say the worst. I got Cards.
Yeah, despite the Cardinals really shitting the bed last week, I'm still gonna pick them. The Colts without Luck is it might be 2007 like Raiders bad. Like it might be that bad. Might.
Curtis Painter bad. Because that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think so. I really do.
That was
Scott,
5 years
Scott
ago.
Tolzien
6 years ago.
It's not too far down the list. But yeah, so we were both on the Cards.
Yeah. So here's hoping Johnny's team gets a W, but
Doubt it
very much. Next game. Next up, we at least in my opinion have the first irrelevant bowl of the week. We got the Buffalo Bills heading into Carolina to play the Panthers. Panthers got the W, so did the Bills. Bills and Panthers are, in my opinion, all a big sham. They're all a big show. They look like they're good, but they're really not. What do you
Oh man, this is a really big, tough one. Two very, very similar teams in my opinion, but I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one. I think they have a more consistent defense. I feel like they do have a good defense. I just don't trust Cam Newton or their receiving core. And the Bills, while they do have LaShawn McCoy, your boy, obviously tearing it up as usual. Very consistent.
Holding the ball
player.
with like 2 fingers.
Great player, absolutely. You know, one of the best of this generation of running backs. But I think it'll be too little, too late. I think the Panthers will be able to get a stop somewhere.
Johnny's in agree. He's got the Panthers as well. I'm gonna pick the Bills. 2 reasons. First one is I hate the Panthers more than I hate the Bills. And second reason is Shady McCoy's my boy.
It's a good and Jordan Matthews.
And Jordan Matthews, exactly. So J-Matt and Shady? Wait, what is this, 2014 again all of a sudden? What's happening here? What team are we watching play? I'm going for the Bills. Panthers suck. Next game.
Alright, so finally getting to the 4 o'clock games. We got my Raiders hosting the New York Jets. I cannot pick. You go ahead.
Johnny has the Raiders, and so do I. I have nothing else to say.
I don't have anything to say either besides let's hope my team does not play down to their competition and let's destroy them.
Next game. Next up, we have the battle of teams that play near beaches. Some might also categorize this as a relevant bowl. I do. The Miami Dolphins heading in to I was gonna say San Diego. Let me restart this from the beginning. It's the team that plays near a beach versus the team that used to play near a beach, now play in a smog-filled city. The city. Miami Dolphins versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Excuse me. Chargers put up a pretty solid fight against the Broncos last week, almost got the W. And the Dolphins are coming off their bye week, so this is their first game of the season, again due to the horrible hurricane that struck Florida last week. So, yeah. Tough one.
It is a tough one. Two on the verge, could be really bad, could be decent teams. You know,
they're both gonna be like a 7 and 9, 6 and 10 team.
I'm just gonna go with the Dolphins on this one, just because I think that they have obviously an extra week to prepare, an extra week of game planning against a pretty good team that is doing what they typically do, which is choking games on special teams, aka the Chargers. So
Young Ho.
Yeah.
Never trust
Young Ho. Wasn't really his fault. It was more of the O-line just refusing to block. But
never trust a Young Ho.
That's besides the point. Go ahead.
So you got Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Johnny's got Dolphins as well. Just to the fact that the Chargers put up a decent fight, I'm going to pick the Chargers. I think the Dolphins are going to regret that Jay Cutler signing just because they're going to pay a guy money to do something their backup could have easily done, and that's lose games. It's the Chargers' home opener in their in the same stadium where the Los Angeles Galaxy play. So it's not even a football stadium, it's a football stadium, but it's more of like a it's MLS, so it's not really a soccer stadium. Soccer stadiums in Europe hold way more people.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't sell out. I swear to God.
Never know. It could be just an outing in LA.
Could be.
You know, it could just be. I don't think the Rams are playing in LA as well. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Anyways, either way, I got the Chargers. You guys got the Dolphins. Next game.
All right, next up we got an NFC West matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Go ahead.
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
Well, I'll kick it off with Johnny. He's got the Seahawks winning this one. I don't think it's much of a question. I got the Seahawks as well. Although their offense looked pretty bad against the Packers, they made the Packers' defense look like it was actually good. And I don't think they have a good defense. I think they're other than Daniels, just because he likes anime.
Clay Matthews, good.
Yeah, Fabio, yeah.
I love his hair.
Yeah, Fabio. I got the Seahawks. So does Johnny, and I'm gonna say Russell Wilson's gonna right the ship, and so is Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks too. They are notorious slow starters, so I don't think this year will be any different. I got the Seahawks.
Next game. Next up, we got in LA the Washington Redskins going up against the Los Angeles Rams. I've gotten used to saying Los Angeles when it comes to the Rams, but not with the Chargers yet. It's going to take a while. Go ahead. The irrelevant bowl, I'm not even going to say it. It's 100%
Battle of the R's. Right?
No, that's Redskins versus the Rams.
True. Sorry about that. Honestly, I think last week's formula with the Eagles against the Redskins really showed how to beat them, which is just to have a better front seven. And what better front seven in the league, possibly than obviously the big teams like Seattle, than the Rams. They have a really good front seven. Aaron Donald's coming back too, and the Rams have Wade Phillips as their defensive coordinator. And
Connor Barwin is more than enough.
Okay, relax. Anyways, and Sean McVay has done a really great job, and he's playing his former team. He was the offensive coordinator last year, the Redskins. I'm picking the Rams in this one, and to be honest, I don't think it's going to be a close game. I think they're going to blow them out.
I'm going to pick the Rams as well. Redskins suck. I saw how much they suck. Kirk Cousins sucks.
That guy Thompson.
No wonder they don't want to pay this guy multiple years to be the quarterback. He's terrible. Who?
Thompson, the running back who broke all those tackles and ran in to get the lead. No? You don't know who he is?
They never had the lead.
Yeah, they did. It was 14-13 for them.
For like a minute, and then we scored a field goal like literally that next drive. Who gives a shit? I got the Rams. Johnny's got the Rams. He doesn't like that this week, but he is going with
I actually can't believe we're all picking the Rams. This is like a first ever.
Hey, they're, Jared Goff, maybe he's not as bad as people thought. Maybe the Eagles will regret not, mind you, we didn't really have a choice, but, who knows? Because last year everyone was shitting on the guy, even though he really didn't even have a chance. Mind you, we're not really, not guilty of that either. But anyways, Rams for all of us. Redskins suck. Next game.
Alright, next up, we got the battle of two of our favorite teams right here. We got the Dallas Cowboys heading into Denver, Colorado, Mile High to play the Denver Broncos. Two teams we can't stand.
I don't have anything against the Broncos.
I have a lot of things against them. Anyways, go ahead, make your pick.
I'm picking the Broncos to win this one.
I wonder why.
I don't think Dak is gonna be able to survive that mile-high air, and I don't think Zeke, with the lack of oxygen that already goes into his head, he's a mouth-breathing moron, was gonna be able to breathe. That guy is a fucking loser, and he's a degenerate, and he does not belong. Yeah, with that breakfast soup, it's called cereal and it's Cheerios. You stupid fuck. Anyways, I think Von Miller's gonna have a field day against Dakota. And I think we might see Brock Osweiler pop in this week and get the W. And the Cowboys suck. I don't know what the big fucking deal is about them, but all I know is this might be the battle of the blind refs. Because both teams love to get calls that should not have ever even been seen. So it's going to be a flag fest. Or it's going to be nothing at all. Well, either we're going to see yellow flags on every play, or we're going to see there's going to be one penalty the whole game for delay a game.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. I got the Broncos.
Say Johnny's pick?
Cowboys.
I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this one. Let me finish before rebutting my statement. Listen, the Broncos obviously have a really top-tier defense, but the thing is one thing they're vulnerable to is the run. And the Cowboys have the best run game in the league, one of the best running backs in the league. And even when they do pass, how is Von Miller supposed to get around Tyron Smith? How? You can't. He's the best. He's the best left tackle in the game.
If Brandon Graham can, and he does it with ease. Okay? If Jason Pierre-Paul can, and he doesn't even have fingers, alright? If whoever the fuck the Redskins have, and they suck, okay? Then you're telling me one of the best defensive ends in the game, the epitome of fashion, alright, cannot do that. Super Bowl MVP! You're an idiot.
I'm picking the Cowboys in this one. I really think it's a bad matchup for the Broncos. I think Cowboys.
Trevor Simeon's going to have a crazy game, and Brock Osweiler's going to come in and have a crazy game too. Vance Joseph is going to have the time of his life. Next game. Alright, next up we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Green Bay Packers heading into Atlanta. Play the Falcons. Go ahead.
Interesting matchup, a rematch of the NFC Championship game.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember what game.
And even last year's regular season game. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers in this one. They played a really hard defensive game. I know Seattle doesn't have the best offense there, but you know they have a pretty good defense, and they have Aaron Rodgers. Falcons look shaky against the Bears. Probably a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover. We'll see how the season progresses with them. Maybe they'll get better with time, but as of right now, they don't look all that impressive. So I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers.
Johnny will agree. He's got Green Bay. I guess I'll jump on that wagon too. I'll pick the Packers. The schnot green and schnot yellows if you have a sinus infection. Yeah. Mind you, this is the Falcons' home opener in their brand new stadium. It's supposed to have a retractable roof, but it doesn't yet. That cool scoreboard too. So that's going to be a game I'd want to see just to see what the stadium looks like. And hey, props to the owner of the Falcons, man. The food is dirt cheap apparently there. Like a hot dog, a drink. Okay, apparently costs like $3. Usually it would cost like $8.50 for that. And that's Canadian. So imagine, don't go to the Bell Center if you want to eat. So we're all...
Or have a beer.
Yeah, we're like $8 for a beer. Ridiculous. Anyways, we're all in the Packers. Let's move on to Monday Night Football.
For the final matchup of Week 2, Monday Night Football, we got the Lions heading into New York to play another rival of yours, the New York Giants. What do you got?
Well, it's two teams I hate. I hate the Lions, but not remotely as close as I hate the Giants. Somehow the Giants get two back-to-back primetime games.
That's usually Cowboy territory right there.
Well, the Giants are the second most popular team in the division. Well, I don't know about popular, but definitely the richest. I'm going to pick Detroit on this one. Matthew Stafford, even though I don't think he's worth a dime of what they paid him, like 27th come from behind victory in his career. Wow. And how many playoff games were those? How many? None? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. He's not a terrible quarterback. And the Giants' O-line looks so bad, man. I don't know how Eli's alive. That guy should be dead. Just because he's gonna I don't know, whatever, dude. He's this year's Andrew Luck, because Andrew Luck's not back yet. I got the Lions. And I hate the Giants.
Yeah, you shut that in there. Honestly, if the Giants had Odell, I'd probably pick them. But because they don't, I'm going to pick the Lions. The Giants really have no weapons. I mean, they have weapons, but
he's not playing.
They just, he's injured.
But I thought he was like almost playing last week.
I don't know if he's going to be playing, to be honest, this week. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm going to go with the Lions on this one. Matthew Stafford's been pretty impressive last week, despite a horrid start, so Lions.
Johnny's got the Leos as well. We're all picking the Lions. Surprised not picking his boy Manning. But maybe he did watch some football. Maybe he saw how bad they were against that really bad Cowboys team. So
a really good Cowboys team.
Yeah. Especially the Giants always beat the Cowboys, so I don't get... It's weird, like the Redskins usually beat the Eagles, we beat them. We usually beat the Giants, as yet to be seen. We'll probably still beat them. The Giants always beat the Cowboys, they beat them, and the Cowboys and Eagles usually split. We'll probably still beat them too this week. Anyways, so that's it for predictions this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Smash that like video. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.
Like video.
Smash that like button. I am not thinking straight. I'm sorry. Okay, let me retry. Smash that like. Subscribe to our channel. Comment your picks down below. I love reading other people's picks. I like seeing how stupid I am when it comes to football. And please, guys, this is the most important one. Please share it with your friends. We really appreciate it. trying to get out there. We might be doing a podcast for football starting next week, like a recap sort of thing. If anybody's interested, stay tuned for that. And the gaming videos will be coming back soon. I'm going to stop being lazy and I'm going to start editing all the videos. I have a huge vault full of videos that dating back to like last May that haven't seen this, or just mostly because I've been lazy and whatnot. So I'm going to try getting on that soon, because this is really a gaming channel, not a sports channel. So we're going to try and get back on that. And hopefully WrestleMania 3 comes out. It's extremely late this year. But Johnny has been nowhere to be seen this whole summer. I've already seen him once, so it's been hard to get time to get together the film. But there's a script ready, props are ready, everything's ready to go. He just needs to show up, and we need to find time for everyone to get together and film, because this year it's gonna be bigger and better than ever. It's gonna be really funny, and we hope you really enjoyed it. It's for all the wrestling fans out there. We're gonna throw in some little tidbits of football, maybe a little Sergio Dip makes a little cameo appearance, because he had the time of his life. Anyways, guys, so like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you all next week for week 3. Enjoy the games this week and have a good one, guys. Take care.